the ultimate question that I have here regarding Diablo Immortal. Will Diablo Immortal be killed by Diablo 4? Now let's get into the nitty-gritty of this, because I want to start from the beginning. When I went out to BlizzCon in 2019, I was sitting in the esports arena and I had this trailer shown to me for the first time ever. It was literally one of the most amazing moments I ever had in my whole gaming career, sitting in a stadium watching this trailer for Diablo 4, which was just, as you guys already know, absolutely amazing. The hype was insane and everyone was so excited for the announcement of this game. While I was there excited for Diablo Immortal, I didn't even try the original testing phases of Diablo 4 because I didn't care back then. Even as years had gone on, I didn't really care about Diablo 4 because I was so excited about Diablo Immortal. And until recently, when I put a video out regarding me losing my job, looking at the hundreds of comments that came in from people, lots of people were saying and recommending that I play Diablo 4. This was a surprise to me because my audience as a whole plays Diablo Immortal, which I always kind of felt would be people that were mobile gamers, that were always into mobile gaming, that really weren't gonna dive into the world of PC or console gaming with Diablo 4. So if you would have asked me, say, a month ago, if Diablo Immortal would take a big hit from Diablo 4, I would have said no. But I think the tide is changing. I think that Diablo Immortal will be in some trouble. Now, with that being said, it is not only because Diablo 4 is coming that Diablo Immortal is in trouble. Even with the most recent new cosmetic, cross-class cosmetic, where you spend 3,000 orbs to get it, they are just making poor decision after poor decision inside of the game regarding monetization. Now, let's look at this in another way here. We have developers who have created this game. They made, in my opinion, Diablo Immortal is a beautiful, great game with great mechanics. Of course, things are not perfect, but really, it is an amazing mobile game, and it's ruined by the monetization, because not only are we being hit with the pay to win elements where you have to spend tens of thousands of dollars if you want to win in PvP, but it's also being ruined by stupid transactions for cosmetics that cost 170 bucks for a spin option, or ones that cost us $50 if we want to be cross-class. It's just too much money, and being that they're getting us so heavily on the pay-to-win side and so heavily on the cosmetic side, it's just brutal. And honestly, it's starting to feel like a money grab to me, which I never had felt before. But I'm really feeling pretty down about it, and sometimes I get very frustrated. When I get very frustrated, I look at things like this, I'm like, well, maybe I should actually play this game because I could buy it for $100 and I'll be done. Now, yes, skins are going to be there. They could be very expensive too. We don't yet know what they're going to look like inside of the game, but man, it just feels rough with Diablo Immortal. So as I mentioned, I do think that Immortal will be in some trouble upon the launch of Diablo 4. A lot of people are at least going to go check it out and see what's going on there and fall in love with it, because I've played it. I'll be playing it again next weekend as well. So you guys make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on the live streams that I do of Diablo 4. But it's just, it's going to be a weird time. When you look at the content creators that are left, it's like DM, myself, and a bunch of other content creators that are even smaller than me. And I'm not even a big content creator in the Diablo Immortal space. I mean, I have a pretty small channel here with 25,000. But let's also think about the developers that made this game. The developers that created Diablo Immortal and that were behind, put the love and passion. Now, of course, some of them are from NetEase, some of them are from Blizzard. I think a lot of it, and as I learn more and more over time, I feel like a lot of this game was actually made by NetEase, and like elements are being created by Blizzard. I would venture to say it's not a 50-50 split. How do they feel about the monetization? This will never be something they answer, ever, and I will never ask them because it's not fair. But I would bet that they don't feel good about it. I would bet that the developers that created this masterpiece of a game, Diablo Immortal, are kind of disappointed with how it's been monetized. It has been monetized the heck out of, to the point where it's just, I gave up on buying stuff because it's not going to benefit me. It's going to give me that initial rush. Yes, I get to get my 5-star gem up another level. Oh, but then it's going to cost me this much more money, this many thousands more, and maybe even some luck to get it up to the next level. And I'm still going to get wrecked in PvP. It just does not feel good. And honestly, I don't even like playing the PvP element of the game. With that said, I get in my spurts. There are times when I absolutely love Diablo Immortal. I love playing with the community, love playing with my friends, doing Heliquary, running dungeons, and just doing open world PvE type stuff. And then there's times where I'm just really, I guess the best word is kind of beaten down by it. And it makes me feel really bad getting involved with and playing Diablo Immortal, and I kind of want to move into something else. Now, some of this could be burnout. You know, I'm playing this game every day and putting out content every day, and it's been 3 years at this point on the channel. But the other point is that maybe it's just, maybe the game is not as good as I thought it was going to be. I mean, initially, if you look back at my original content, and this is after me playing the game as well, by the way, I really did feel that Diablo Immortal was going to be the best mobile game out there. And I think it could have had that chance. I think that PvP was done kind of wrong. I also think monetization, of course, was done wrong, but even more than the pay to win, man. You know what? I wouldn't complain about a $50 cross-class skin if that was it. If it wasn't pay to win. If this was only a game where you can buy storage space and skins, you know what? Charge me $50 for a skin. I don't even care, because if I really love it, which I actually do love the new skins, by the way, very, very much. If I did care, I just wouldn't buy the skin. But I'd be more inclined to buy things like that and to spend more money in the game if I didn't feel forced to, because I wanted to beat someone who's a whale or a kraken inside of the game. Does that make sense? I feel like a lot of people are feeling this. And yes, there are definitely ways to enjoy Diablo Immortal as a free-to-play player. 100%. At this point, I'm essentially a free-to-play player. I spent a couple of $100 when the game launched, and because I had the credits from the beta, spent them on stuff, and now I'm just spending $5 a month for the battle pass. I'm essentially free-to-play, a low spender at this point in time. By the way, I'm playing Call of Dragons. I spent $700 in the first month inside of that game, and I feel like I got more value out of that than I've received from anything inside of Diablo Immortal, because I know where I stand, what I can do with that, and that it's not just irrelevant spend. Where in Diablo Immortal, I do feel if I would spend 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 in Diablo Immortal, I would feel it were irrelevant spend, besides skins that I would get for reasons that I just, you know, just enjoyed them for whatever reason. But I do feel Diablo Immortal will take a massive hit when Diablo 4 comes out. Because of this, I will be playing Diablo 4 here on the channel. I will be bringing you content for Diablo 4, but I will not be giving up on Diablo Immortal. I will continue, because I do have hope that things will get better over time and that we'll see positive changes. Because there have been positive changes, by the way. It has not all been negative, but we will see more positive changes come as time goes on. Let me know in the comments section below if you will be with me and joining me throughout my Diablo Immortal and Diablo 4 content, or if you like just one or the other. Thanks for sticking around for the conversation, guys. Subscribe so you don't miss next weekend's live stream, and I'll see you then.